Okay, so we have the x squared plus y squared is equal to 1, which means all the value of x and y are the points on the circle of 1. Okay, so it's basically asking which point in the circle can you plug in here as xy, and it'll make that as large as possible or as small as possible. So first thing let's convert that. Okay, let's make that into a function of x. So x you leave, the y, I'm going to use this property that y squared is equal to 1 minus x squared. So 1 minus x squared squared. So the maximum or minimum will occur when at the critical point, which is when the derivative is equal to 0. Right? We need to investigate this. So when x, so let's differentiate it first, and you get a 4x minus 2 plus 2 1 minus x squared minus 2x. So let's set that equal to 0. I can divide both sides by 4 and you get x minus 2 minus x 1 minus x squared. Okay, so x minus 2 minus x plus x cubed. So we get an x cubed, that disappears, minus 2 is equal to 0. So x cubed is equal to 2, so we get one value of x, just the cubic root of 2. Okay, so the cubic root of 2, what is that going to be? Is that going to be a maximum or minimum? Now you have two choices, the first derivative test or second derivative test. So when I simplified, I got this right here. Okay, so x cubed minus 2 looks like this. Okay, so that must be right there, must be cubic root of 2. So it's going from negative to positive. It means going down and up, right? So when at x equals cubic root of 2, it must be a local minimum. Local minimum. Okay. There are some extreme points on the circle. The extreme points are these four corners. Like 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 1. Okay, so it's like giving all the value to x or all the value to y. So we need to compare. Okay, so let's plug in okay, actually we just have to plug in 1 and negative 1 actually, because we isolate it in terms of all x here. So let's plug in 1 and we get 2, 1, 0, so it's just 2. Plug in negative 1 and we get 2, 3 squared, so it's 9. And then plug in negative 1 in here, it's still 0. So 18, that's quite large. And then you plug in cubic root of 2. So it's about 1.44. Okay, about 1.44. So, what's the maximum? This one. What's the minimum? This one.